Now, if we have a look in here now, we should be able to see. In fact, if I just turn this so it goes the other way, I'll be able to turn off the sound of that water for a start. We have the two Kajako, and the Yamabuke, all 4 axolotls, and somewhere again, somewhere in there, is the little fully scaled mirror carp. And the pond has had a right nice good clean, a good service, and we've also fitted a new UV bulb, and now it's absolutely crystal clear. Just to give you a bit of an idea of how clear. There's one of the axolotls down there. There's the Kajako down there, and the Yamabuke, and my grandson's Sarasa Comet. The closest thing I'll ever get to a tanshell. A red spot on his head. We're just topping the pond up, filter clean. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the GKP. As you saw there, we've just done a nice clean of the mini pond at the weekend. The fish that were growing on inside the tropical fish tank have now been rehoused. The two Yamabukis, sorry, the two Kajakus have been moved outside into the mini pond, and the lemon harawake is just down in here somewhere. Let me see if we can catch it on camera. Oh, he is just down here with this group. There you go, swimming through the middle there. But my water is disgusting. I've got the feeder on now. They're getting 4 feeds a day. The next one is, well, actually they've just had one at 4 o'clock. The next one's due at 7. But somewhere in amongst that group there is the little Yamabuke, and he's just underneath this branch here. 26 cm or 26, 27ish. They're not doing bad at all. That's some decent growth that on in 5 months over the Christmas period. 5.5 months, 5, maybe 6 at a pinch. But what I'm doing now is I'm topping the pond back up, and then I'm going to do a little bit of messing around with the filter systems, because inside these pipes is full of those horrible bloody worms. So I'm now going to try to devise a method of being able to pull something through these pipes to clean them out, and if I don't, then pond the filter system overflows because it's not getting through quick enough. So I'm going to stick the camera on the tripod, crack on, see if we can get these cleaned up. My idea is, this is my idea, is to see, I thought I had somewhere in amongst all this lot here, I had some rope, and I don't think I've got any left. I think I must have used it all. But the idea is to pass a cable through here, out here, or pass a piece of rope through here, out here, up to the top, and then I can put the piece of cloth in and I can draw it through, and hoping that if I tie a good knot in there, that pipe will then, that cloth will pull through and clean the pipe out on the inside. I don't know if I'll be able to do it down through this one, but that one seems to be flowing fine. It's just this one coming from here into there and from there into there. So if I can get those two cleaned out, then I can get the filter turned back up and have it running at a reasonable speed again. Yeah, the joys, eh? I should have made them compression fitting instead of solvent welded. and then I could have just removed them and it'd have been a piece of piss. But hindsight, eh? What a wonderful thing. Other than that, just wanted to say a massive big thank you to everybody that's been supporting the channel and who's paid super chats, donated cash and money towards me purchasing and picking up some new fish. I can't thank any of you enough, to be completely honest. I'm blown away with the kind of generosity that I've received. What I'm going to do is I did put in a little bit of a message to say, you know, what would you guys like to, what would you like me to get, what would you like me to, you know, so if you guys wanted to pick something that I could put something in together that we'd like. Well, one of them, I had said that I wanted to get a single coloured fish, and I really do miss the Seragoi that I had. And as it happens, Clive, you're an absolute star. Whilst on Crafty's live the other week, he bidded on one and won it, and then gifted it to me. That fish will be with me Thursday of this week, so that is going to be the first single coloured fish that will be returning to the pond, and a Seragoi, and a damn nice one too. So thank you very much, mate. You're an absolute gent. The other one is, I want a bit more colouring, and I was thinking Sanke. So I've had a word with Ryan Stoddart, and he has picked out, or between me and him, we've picked out a very nice Sanke and also a very nice shower. And with the money that I've been gifted from you guys, that is going towards those three fish that are going to go back in to replace the ones that I lost. And then at some point, what I would like to do then is I need to have a word with Rick, because I want to buy myself, I'm just thinking along the lines of maybe a 30 to 40 cm Deutsch Karashigoi. That's what I want. Or maybe one of his Ginring Karashigoi as they grow up throughout this year, and picking up one of them and having well, I suppose it's technically a yellow monkey, but a New Forest version. So that's what I'm hoping to do. But I'm hoping to leave that till the end of the year. And then on top of that, I did ask Rick from New Forest Koi again if he could put me a certain fish in his grow on and grow that on for me, so that I can purchase it off him later in the year. So he has done that. Hopefully the fish grows and it turns into a nice one, and we can get that fish in, and that's going to be me replacing everything that I've lost with better quality fish. The fish, some of the fish that I lost were nice quality fish, but they were the ones that I got from Rick, and the one that I got from Crafty's store as well. Unfortunately I can't replace them, but I can replace them with some very nice quality ones again. So keeping the numbers down less than what I had, having some slightly bigger fish so I can watch them and enjoy growing them on. So massive thank you to you all guys, it's greatly appreciated. I'm going to get this pond topped up, see if I can work on this little idea that I've had to clean that pipe out, and once we've done that, then I'm going to get the filter set up and running and get it cranked up a little bit. So I'll get back to you in a bit. Right guys, this is the madness that I'm on with. I have a piece of, and this is like, well, it's washing line, but it's wire, plastic coated wire, so it doesn't snap because I don't want it to break. I have this now threaded through the pipework down and through here, and I have a little piece of cloth on the centre section, two pieces, and I can draw this backwards and forwards through to make sure that I get all the muck out from the inside of the pipes, and cleaning those little horrible filter bugs that sit inside your pipework, which is reducing the diameter of the actual thing. So it's working up to press. All I need to do is pull back on this side, and this cable then comes through on that way, and then vice, oh, I'm still on it, and vice versa, back through on this side, and then you should see the cloth come up, and it goes through the inside of the filter, cleaning all the little grubby bugs. But I've done it about 6 or 7 times and done it backwards and forwards inside this pipe. So really now we should be good to go. Not the easiest of tasks to do single-handedly, admittedly, but I can't think of any other way, and I haven't got one of those. What I do want is one of the little, for your jet wash, the little jet nozzles. I can put in there and blast them all out with a jet nozzle. But I don't know if I could actually get that to do that with this diameter of this pipework. But this is just a temporary fix because these are coming out and bigger pipes are going in. This is 2-inch and I'm going to upgrade it to 3, put a new bulkhead fitting in, and again, so I can have more faster flow running. But the pond's been overfilled, but I do need to drop one of these barrels out anyway, so I might as well drop these barrels out, which will take the water level away from the top of the netting. And I do need to tighten up this net a little bit now because it's going to become a bit stretched. So, get back to you in a tick. Right guys, I've now got this back up and running, and at the moment it's running paused at the moment, now at 8,000 litres an hour. So this is what I've done, tied a bit of cloth to a bit of this strong line, and now I'm letting this pull that through and into the filter system, through the pipework, and hopefully this should, once it gets past the first bend with the pressure of the water, pull it through. But I've got to be careful because it pulled it straight through last time and sucked it almost straight out my hand. So bear with me a second, once I get it in and get it sorted, then I'll show you what I'm doing. Right, as you can see there guys, that's pulling it through the pipework, but it needs the flow of water against it to drive it through. So if I turn this on and this barrel starts to fill up, this will start to suck down water, and then we should see, you can see the cables coming out the other end there. I don't know if you can see that just in the float. So we're going to let it go all the way through, and then hopefully the cloth will come out the other end, and I'm just going to draw it backwards and forwards a few times, just to hopefully give the pipe a purge out and a clean out to stop it from, there you go, there's the cloth, just come through the other end there. So I can now pull this backwards and forwards and let it give that pipe a good clean out, as you can see there, and then I'm pulling it back through and giving my pipework just basically a clean out just on the inside. I can't think of any other way of doing this, and up to press, so far it's working. And then draw it all the way back through. I should be able to get it back all the way out. There we go. And then pull the line out all the way through. And I've been doing that for about last 10-15 minutes. So the pipe on the inside now, if I switch all this back on after I've given everything a quick dry back up, splashing around a little bit, but those little bug things, when you get a lot of them inside, because it was at the weekend I opened this tub up and tons and tons of these, there they are, there's one, tons of these little flies came out the inside of the tub, absolutely, and I'm talking like a cloud of them bellowed out. So I want to make sure I get all them out, because every time one of those are inside your filter system, they make a little like cocoon type chrysalis when they turn from the grub stage through into the fly, and those reduce the diameter of your pipework and prevent flow from passing through. So now if we switch everything back on again, we should be able to fill up this barrel and it should flow into this one. But these are the bugs, you get absolutely tons of them. So they make these like little chrysalis type pieces and they stick to all the inside of the pipework. And then you'll get another one that sits on the side of that one, and so on and so on and so forth, till you end up with loads of them. But now we should be able to run this. I can't ever run it, I've never been able to run it at 10,000 litres an hour because my pipework's just not big enough. I should have gone with some slightly bigger pipe so it could get out faster. But that's now running at 8,000 litres an hour. Flowing into this one and then away. Nicely turning over now, and the media's looking lovely and mature now as well. So everything should hopefully be running hunky-dory again. Overfilled the pond a little bit, but now I've dropped half a barrel out to clean the filters. Everything seems to be back down again. The lilies are all growing through. I'll take you down and let you have a quick look at them. Lilies are starting to come back, but it's blanket weed that I've had the trouble with. Everything's covered in a fine layer of blanket weed. So I'm going to put, next thing now is some blanket treatment. That's going in, and we're going to get all that stuff killed off. I'm sick and tired of it, sick at sight. Plenty of air going in while we're getting these warmer days again. Plenty of flow back in again now. And everything's running as it should be. Quite out nice. And we've got 17.2 degrees inside the pond. Feeders is feeding now 4 times a day, and this is the first time I've come home and there's not been the odd few pellets on. So maybe they're switching up a little gear again. I'm feeling a bit more comfortable now the net's on and nothing coming near. Running. The next thing I want to do is I want to get a piece of ducting so I can make these 3 returns look like one, because I'm sick of seeing them coming out looking like that. So anybody's got any ideas where I could get a little bit of box ducting, rectangular shaped? Just want to slide them over the pipe so it appears to be coming out as one, rather than, you know, coming out as they are 4 individual ones. So yeah, the joys of fish keeping. Always something to be doing, always something to be coming up with to get some kind of an idea. But yeah, I suppose a little bit of wire and a doubled up piece of cloth backwards and forwards through the pipe gives it a purge through, cleans them all up. I'll save that and wrap it back up for the next time. But up to press, everything's doing good. I'll get back to you later on. Alright guys, excuse my attire being in my... Oh, here comes our sonny. Hello, bye. He's just come running in. I just thought I'd carry on rather than getting changed. I thought I'd crack on and keep doing a little bit, but just keep my wet gear on, because at the end of the day I'm only going to get mucky. Right, the next thing is now to get my blanket treatment in, because this is doing my treeing. And I'm gonna give you an opinion. Now, I'm not saying that this product, well, I'm going to tell you what I think of this product. Clears blanket weed quickly and safely. Aqua Source Blanket Weed Resolve. Absolute dog shit. I've never ever had a problem with blanket weed, but I thought, you know what, it's cheaper, it goes a lot further and it probably does the job, but it ain't got rid of none of the blanket weed that's in the pond. It's still all the way around on the side, it's still growing like heck. It does kind of discolours your water a little bit. It hasn't killed any of the blanket weed that's on the lilies, which has been stunting the growth somewhat. So I'm going to go with what I've always used in the past. Now, excuse these bags because a friend of it gave me a little bit of this because they got a massive tub of it. So I'm going to go with what looks like 2 bags of something dodgy, which is blanket answer. I have enough there again to do another treatment at a later date. So I'm going to put in some blanket answer into the pond, and I'm going to get this done and got rid of, because I'm sick to back teeth of it. Now I know exactly what it is for my pond because I've already done the measurements, and I'm going to bang in some blanket answer and hopefully we can get rid of this. As every time I've ever used blanket answer before in the past, it has been absolutely perfect. Now this was a little bit longer than what I would have done normally, so I'm not going to say that this stuff isn't any good, but I might use this as a preventative measure just to keep it at bay, because you can keep adding X amounts of this to keep it as a preventative measure on a regular basis. So I'm going to try that, and if we don't get more blanket weed again, job's a good one. But I'm sick and tired at the sight of seeing blanket weed all the way around the side of ponds, growing on all the lilies and all the pots. It's just a pain in the arse. I want it, but from what I've seen with the blanket answer, it kind of just smothers everything. It turns into mucky bits floating around in the pond, and it just cleans it out in the filter. Whereas that stuff seemed to kill it off, and big clumps of it were floating around everywhere. I don't know if it's just the case of that I was a little bit too late. Excuse me, just having a quick brew. There we go, filter's running fine again now. No overflow, plenty of space at top of barrel. So yeah, next job. Get this mixed up, that's exactly what I need for mine. And then a second treatment there for later on in year or whenever. But job sorted. Bear with us while I get this blanket answer in. Right guys, so there you go, the blanket weed treatment's in. Pond's all white. I actually put in a treatment of Koi Masters Advantage yesterday as well. Give them a little bit of pick me up, so to speak. I've just tightened up the net again. So I'm just messing around with the bits of blue slate now, putting them back where they need to be. It'll be a while. Well, in fact, it should be a while. It should be that I don't see these fish for a day or two. But I can guarantee you, when I get up tomorrow morning, that will be completely clear again. And I will be able to see the fish, even though technically I really shouldn't. But I forgot about the timer going off at 7 o'clock for the last feed for the day. And just as I was putting in the bloody blanket answer, there's a whole group of pellets just down there. And the feeder went off. And since the blanket answer's been in, they've had very little interest in it. So, again, another problem of having a net. You can't net all off, you can't get it out. But I have reduced the feeder so it's only feeding a smaller amount for now, until they pick back up with a feeding regime with all the spooks that they've been getting of late. But yeah, filter's running nice again now. Hopefully this will sort out the blanket problem, not a blanket weed problem, and we can get all that stuff killed off in the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll get some clarity back in the pond. But since I PP'd the pond, I've had really shit clarity in the water. But in between PP'ing it, this ultraviolet went, so I had to put a new bulb in, which is nice and bright again now, as you can see there. Move that a minute. A nice new bright bulb. It had gone really purple. I noticed it had gone purple, and then all of a sudden when I came in, it wasn't working, but the clarity was starting to drop off when the bulb was going purple. So it's been about 12 months, that particular one. So the last one in there, that's inside there as well, that one did over 2.5 years. Oh, and I've just done, as I said earlier, the mini pond. The mini pond's had a full service and a new ultraviolet in here as well. And there's our Ted's little goldfish. Fish ain't so little anymore. Quite big now, that fella. And the other Kajaku down there. The Yama bullkit and the other secondary Kajaku. And there is a mirror carp in there somewhere as well. But all the axolotls are doing really well. That one's doing really good. It's just difficult finding them food, i.e. finding them worms, because that's what they like to eat. So I normally dangle a worm in front of him and give them one of them to eat. Pretty cool, we can hand feed them. There's a black one that's down in this corner, and then we've got a leucistic, albino, and oh god, I'm shooting, I forgot the name of it again. I've got a leucistic, a data leucistic, albino, and a wild type. They're all doing really well. Pretty cool actually. One of them had lost a leg, but in a matter of weeks it's grown back. And I do believe it was this one down there. Yeah, everybody's doing good. Well, as I said, main reason for doing this is a massive thank you to all my subscribers that donated to help me get a few more fish back. Greatly appreciated, guys. You're all absolute legends. The joys of koi keeping. Messing around, tinkering, and a good opportunity for having that on a bit of a chat. A little bit of content nonetheless. Actually, talking of which, I am now 15 subscribers away from the 2,000 subscriber mark and the 2,000 or the 2k giveaway. So if you aren't, subscribe along. I will leave a link to the channel up here in this corner, to the video up here in this corner. If anybody would like to be a part of the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which is going to be a whole bunch of GKP merch and a £200 gift voucher towards a fish of your choice, or a more expensive fish of your choice, from Exclusively Koi, courtesy of Kev and Ryan. Thank you very much, gentlemen. But they will be providing you guys with the opportunity of picking a fish up from them. And I will say that I have got some very nice fish within that range, but you can use that voucher as well to go towards something more expensive should you choose. And the fish are now coming up. Now I've backed away from the pond a little bit, stopped hammering pegs back in. They're actually coming up and having a feed now, which is good to see. Let's see if you can catch these on camera. Not going to see much though with the colour of the water. And as he says that, they literally stop. The chag was feeding and the Momotaro kahaku. And they were just coming up down here having a bit of food. There we go. See how quick they are. They're still very spooked. They tend to wait now for the food to gather underneath. Oh, there you go. There's the chag. They tend to wait for the food to gather just up underneath this acer. There's a little bit of overcover. But hopefully this gets rid of the blanket weed, and then the tag just pops right out then. Hopefully, fingers crossed, to get all that food eaten. Otherwise I'm going to have to get the net off and scoop it all out. There we go. They're all coming up to get it now. But hopefully now the temperatures are warming up. It is 17.4 degrees out still. And we're at, inside the pond, 17.2 degrees. There's the big kahaku. There's a squash tomato. And the Momotaro there. So at least, yeah, I'm going to leave them to it, guys, and we'll let them get a bit of something to eat. So yeah, if you're interested and you want to jump along and become a subscriber, please feel free to do so. But check out up here in this top corner, there will be a link to the video where you need to go in and type in the but you'll see it all. Just copy what everybody else has put in comments. But as soon as we get to that 2k mark, just over that 2k mark, then I'll be doing the draw and making a little video for somebody to pick up their own little new fish for the pond. So, usual thing guys, if you're enjoying this kind of content, do us a huge favour, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Until next time guys, keep smiling and we'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy all.